Hey y'all, and welcome to week 27 of the Trump administration. And Dementia Donnie and the Looney Tunes Brigade have been up to quite a bit as ever. Of course, the biggest thing that happened last week is the Epstein list. It's so interesting because I don't even know if I believe that there is a list. This has basically just become like a Horcrux for the Republicans, right? And I even think on both sides, like the list. Like, yeah, there's probably a bunch of records. This the list thing, like, it's become a cult talisman to keep people going. And a lot of y'all are very confused about why this is the crack in the brainwashing. And I've been getting this question a lot, right? Like, all of these other things weren't enough lines in the sand. Why was this the crack in the brainwashing? And that is because lines in the sand are not real. People are pushed and pulled across them all of the time. This was the mission. This was the mission, right? They were going to save the pedophiles. They were going to save the children. This was the mission. All of a sudden, the mission is gone. A lot of people are going to wake up. Not all the people, but a lot of them are. This actually happened in The Children of God. I've just made another video about this you can go watch. Of course, old Felon 47 is trying to distract as much as he can from everything. And so, for some reason, he's deporting Rosie O'Donnell. I thought she was his friend.
No, that's Rosanne Barr.
Anyway, he wants to deport Rosie O'Donnell. A couple of the senior FBI people are thinking of quitting over this. And I think, again, because how do you continue to explain it? This is a hard thing for cult leaders to get past when the mission that you have gotten all of these people into, right? Many people didn't get into MAGA because they wanted anything to do with Donald Trump. This was because they were being promised this big thing. This is also similar to when the apocalypse fails to occur. And this is where we get the term cognitive dissonance out of. And this can be a crack in the brainwashing for so many people because they truly believed that this was coming, that he was doing this, he was going to drain the swamp, he was going to get the bad people out of government. And now they're going to start seeing the truth a lot more clearly. One thing that is important to know is that cracks in the brainwashing doesn't mean the complete wake up happens. It can range anywhere from immediate to decades. But a lot of you all have been asking me, what do we do, right? What do we do to talk to people who are having the crack in the brainwashing? And one of the things can be just ask them a lot of questions. Ask them to explain why they thought something and get them to talk it through with you. Because once people have had the crack in the brainwashing, having to pull back out and defend some of their theories or things they pushed past is going to be very difficult for them under this new context. Finally, we are still seeing the Marines seemingly supporting ICE in California. Seems like probably the lawyers have figured out that they can defend. It's okay to defend the Marines being part of security, but not being part of the actual, basically, abductions and what's going on right now. And again, this is very difficult for the military, right? None of the Marines want to be there. They don't want to be doing this stuff. ICE doesn't even want to be there. They're reporting super low morale and people are quitting, and it's super hard to find people that want to come work for ICE, even with all those billions, because like they were supposed to be catching criminals, not gardeners. Right? They're not happy about this. The Marines are very unhappy about being involved. But again, there's a line of stuff that isn't illegal. And if it's not illegal, military doesn't get a choice. They just have to go do it. That is the part where you have to just go do your job. If it's not illegal and they are having to walk a very disgusting line, and I'm sure it's very difficult. I'm also very sure that the correct response to the Marines being in California isn't go yell at the knitting lady on the internet that is trying to help narrate America's first dictatorship. It is go yell at your leaders and your representatives and your congressmen and your senators. Go yell at your family members and get them mobilized and get them to do stuff. That's the response we need to have. I once again remind all of you at the end of my weekly Monday Trump administration brief that it is not my job to end the Trump administration or to go get them or to get you motivated to do it. It is my job to give you information on bad guys and tyrants and cults. You do what you want with that information. Have a day.